Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is the weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, February 12th, National Plum Pudding Day and Global Movie Day. Sounds pretty exciting.
It does.
Saturday, February 13th, Galentine's Day.
Galentine's.
Yeah. And then National Cheddar Day, National Tortellini Day, National Pork Rind Day. Man, there's a lot of weird snacky foods because
a lot of things.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay, that makes
That's why all that
sense.
stuff is going on. And it is the weekend before Valentine's Day, and I have a book in front of me right here. It's making me blush to even think about this, that I'm doing an interview with Lauracorn, New York Times bestselling author of a book called 101 Nights of Great Sex. It makes me very uncomfortable talking about. We don't talk about this stuff on the radio. It's not that kind of program.
We do not, no.
But it is, again, at the end of the day, it's a book about relationships and your mom and
Yes,
dad
it
did that.
is.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So we're gonna chat with Laura coming up in a bit.
At bettercreditcards.com, our mission is to help you get a better credit card. Why pay more interest than you need to? We have cards with amazing points and perks. If you're not a point person and just want the lowest interest rate, you can find those too at bettercreditcards.com. You can also find credit cards designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card. Give yourself a little credit at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Research shows guys who are really good at video games have a region of their brain that's larger than usual. So, if you're a video game person, it means you have a big brain, apparently.
Okay.
There you go. And 1 in 5 people live in a relationship who admit to financial infidelity, keeping a private bank account or a credit card that their partner doesn't know about. Bad ideas, people. Survey found 31% of millennials, 24% of people ages 38 to 53, and 17% of baby boomers have, at some point, had an account they kept secret from a partner. People in relationships often have good reason to hide their financial issues. People can be judgmental. 40% of Americans say they wouldn't date somebody who has bad credit score. Women were 3 times as likely to consider credit score as a major influence on a potential partner compared to men, only 20% for women versus 7% for men. And more than half of Americans would not marry somebody with significant debt. So, interesting stuff. That's surveys and studies and such on this Valentine's weekend. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
It's Bernie Carrick, former New York City Police Commissioner. If you own a gun, you need to check out StopBoxUSA.com, the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home and get instant, reliable access to that gun. It's an awesome weapon retention product, especially if you have little kids at home or frequent visitors. Get access to your gun in under a second. StopBox is the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home.
Use discount code RADIO to save 10% at StopBoxUSA.com.
You need to check out StopBoxUSA.com.
Time now for Did You Know, brought to you by GMDvacations.com. Heidi, did you know a YouTuber recently entered the Guinness Book of World Records after creating the world's first retractable lightsaber? Alex Birkin, who runs a YouTube channel, Alex Lab, created a device that looks much like the lightsaber you'd see at Star Wars in the movie.
Okay.
It can produce a 1 meter, so like 3.3 foot long plasma blade when initiated. And it's far from fancy torch. It is quite hot. It can cut through steel.
Whoa.
On his next agenda, he's going to design an Iron Man suit. If you want to see what this thing looks like, I have a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Yellowstone wrapped season 4 in early January. Eager fans are already clamoring for more. In a new interview, executive producer Dave Glasser revealed that plans for season 5 are already well underway. Glasser says he expects shooting for season 5 to begin in May, with the show returning in the fall.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of folks that are super excited. We've still not seen
We
that,
haven't seen
but boy, we've had a lot of friends
seen
tell us, you gotta see it. Actor, comedian, and frequent Academy Award host Bill Kristol Billy Crystal, will be honored with a Critics' Choice Award and a Lifetime Achievement Award. Going to receive that at a gala which will be broadcast March 13th, hosted by Taye Diggs and Nicole Byer. Crystal will be only the 6th star awarded for the Lifetime Achievement Award in the history of the CCA. Previous honorees, by the way, Lauren Bacall, Kevin Costner, Clint Eastwood, Eddie Murphy, and Robert Wise.
Very well deserved,
That
I
is
would
very
say.
well deserved. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
The Vegas Travel Center is offering 3 days and 2 nights accommodations to Vegas. They'll completely waive the package price. Plus, you get tickets to your choice of activities as well as meals. Jump on this now. Obviously, a deal like this isn't going to last. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss out. Just call 605-210-5220 and they'll get you set up for a great getaway. Call now for this special radio offer. 605-210-5220. That's 605-210-5220.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. The next time you see a car commercial where the driver takes their hands off the wheel, always accompanied by small text not to take your hands off the wheel. Keep this story in mind so you don't go to jail. Tesla driver in California charged with 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter after crashing into another car and killing 2 people while his car was on autopilot.
Oh, my God.
It appears to be the first time a driver using semi-automated driving technology has been charged with a felony in relation to a deadly crash. State prosecutors filed charges against the driver, Kevin George Aziz Riyad, in October through detailed documents. They were released recently. Deadly event unfolded in L.A. during December of 2019 when this vehicle left the freeway, ran a red light, crashed into a Honda Civic. 2 of the occupants in the Civic were killed. So the families are suing the driver and they're suing Tesla separately. So interesting stuff. It is very horrifying. And professionals in search of a change of scenery will be rewarded if they give Arkansas a try. The Northwest Arkansas Council is offering remote tech workers and entrepreneurs $10,000 in Bitcoin if they relocate to that area. Why Bitcoin? They're saying Northwest Arkansas is experiencing explosive growth in the tech sector, specifically within blockchain-enabled technologies. They say this incentive embraces that growing trend of cryptocurrency as payment options by employers. The offer is in part from their Life Works Here campaign. The initial incentive was $10,000 in cash, and that option is still available for those who prefer that over cryptocurrency. To date, 35,000 people in more than 115 countries and 50 states have submitted their application to move to Northwest Arkansas to claim the $10,000 in Bitcoin. I've got a link to all that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Aloha! Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? GMDvacations.com is a family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Kauai, Hawaii. Your family will absolutely love the area, and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can have your own area at a vacation rental from GMDvacations.com? Visit Hawaii with us and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. On Facebook and Instagram, online at GMDvacations.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit with Lauracorn. She is the New York Times bestselling author of a book called 101 Nights of Great Sex. I've got a copy of the 2020 edition in my hand right now. How you doing, Laura?
Oh, my God. I am absolutely great.
I'm excited to chat with you. Now, this book is a little different than most books. Usually, people read books, but this isn't a book you read. This is a book you kind of do together, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really unique. It has sold millions of copies because the pages are stuck together.
You rip out the pages, and it's like a little envelope, and then you do whatever it says inside, and it's kind of like a fun little adventure. And every page is different, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like there are 101 sealed envelopes in the book, and there are 50 for his eyes only, 50 for her eyes only, and one that you do at the end. It's kind of like the Grammy Award of sex, can I have that envelope, please? And you're like, ooh, what's in the envelope? And so each envelope is super cool because each envelope has a name, like King of Hearts, Velvet Tongue. And so it's exciting to get with your partner to watch them rip out an envelope. And you can't see inside your partner's envelope, right? And you both take turns surprising each other with what's inside your envelope.
Number 30, for example, is called Escape Room, and there's different ones. Number 43, Lip Smacker. So, and then you go through, and each one of these is kind of a fun little, I don't know if you call it a challenge. Would you say it's a fun challenge or just a fun task to do, I suppose?
Well, sometimes people say task, but I like to think of the book as a playbook.
There you go.
And inside every sealed envelope is a very, very popular male or female fantasy. So when you go when you go through the book with your partner, you really are like living your fantasies. It's very unique and clever in that respect because I'm a researcher. I want to know what men and women want in the bedroom.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. People are looking for Valentine's Day for a tool to create a spark. And what's so wonderful about this book, if you go over to Amazon, there are 800 five-star reviews from men and women that said, I've never bought a book on sex, but this is the best, most fun time I've ever had. It really does. And, it's millions of copies sold.
This is something that a husband could get for his wife, a wife could get for their husband. But how funny would it be if each one of you went out and bought the book, and then on Valentine's Day you hand each other, and you both were thinking the same thing? That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be awesome for me.
So if people would like to find this, it's called 101 Nights of Great Sex. It's on Amazon. Is that the best place to go, or is it kind of other places too? Where would you tell people they should go to get this?
Yeah, I go over to Amazon for sure. Remember that, Valentine's Day is the Super Bowl for relationships.
Yeah.
It's a great way to celebrate your relationship and who you love. And this is, don't you think that people are looking on for Valentine's Day something to create a spark where you want to actually make love to your partner?
Yeah, and I think this could be the kind of thing that maybe takes you a little bit out of your comfort zone, but maybe that's a good thing. That's how relationships grow, by getting out of your comfort zone. If you just do what you're comfortable with, that you're not growing.
You know what? And the number one complaint across the country, it's always I love my partner, but what happened to the passion?
Yeah.
And that's so key. This is the $1 million question. The $1 million question is, how do you maintain desire?
Exactly.
Right? In a long-term relationship. Because couples are looking for security and they're looking for surprise. And I have never met a woman on the planet Earth that looks at these sealed envelopes and says, or a man, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Because it's play.
Well, I'm going to put a link to make it easy to find this on our page. Laura, this has been kind of scary and kind of fun. Thanks.
Kind of fun. Okay, great, John.
It
Happy
is.
Valentine's Day. The book is 101 Nights of Great Sex.
And like I said, even though I've been very embarrassed all the way through this conversation, it has been a ton of fun. 101 Nights of Great Sex. See, I just don't usually talk about this stuff on the radio, but I'll throw a link to find the book in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thank you for listening on Valentine's weekend.
At bettercreditcards.com, our mission is to help you get a better credit card. Why pay more interest than you need to? We have cards with amazing points and perks. If you're not a point person and just want the lowest interest rate, you can find those too at bettercreditcards.com. You can also find credit cards designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card. Give yourself a little credit at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Q in Q-tip stands for something. Do you know what it is?
No.
Quality. Oh. Yeah, quality tip. There you go.
Okay.
Another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The first webcam watched a coffee pot. Do you remember that? We talked about that.
I do not remember that.
Another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Sad people are better at recognizing faces. That's just odd. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Nearly 60% of people with a garage do not use it for its originally intended purpose of parking a car. we kind of half fall into that. Heidi's car is parked in the garage. My vehicle's parked out of the garage, and I have a lot of junk on my side of the garage.
You certainly do.
Actually, I have a car over there right now. It's also covered by junk, and the car itself is junk. All right. Those are several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
It's Bernie Carrick, former New York City Police Commissioner. If you own a gun, you need to check out StopBoxUSA.com, the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home and get instant, reliable access to that gun. It's an awesome weapon retention product, especially if you have little kids at home or frequent visitors. Get access to your gun in under a second. StopBox is the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home.
Use discount code RADIO to save 10% at StopBoxUSA.com.
You need to check out StopBoxUSA.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Switzerland. A former Swiss banking CEO on trial for fraud says nearly $280,000 he spent making it rain at gentlemen's clubs were business expenses.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work like that.
He said he used those business expenses, $760 on dinner with a woman that he met on Tinder because he was thinking of hiring her for a real estate job.
Uh-huh.
It also says that the people that he paid $4,500 to come join him in his hotel room, and he had a massive fight with one of them. It's all business expenses.
No, I'm sorry, but
he was one of the top 7 bankers and associates on trial in Zurich for alleged enrichment, fraud, and mismanagement. So, yeah. Sounds like maybe they had some people that were in charge that didn't really have good, clear plans. We'll say that. All right. A news headline from somewhere in this world.
The Vegas Travel Center is offering 3 days and 2 nights accommodations to Vegas. They'll completely waive the package price. Plus, you get tickets to your choice of activities as well as meals. Jump on this now. Obviously, a deal like this isn't going to last. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss out. Just call 605-210-5220 and they'll get you set up for a great getaway. Call now for this special radio offer. 605-210-5220. That's 605-210-5220.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A bartender was robbed at gunpoint, has filed a lawsuit against his former employer, who he says forced him to pay back the thousands of dollars that were stolen. Edward Parker, working at a place called The Lodge in Las Vegas, it's near Las Vegas, Summerlin, back in December of 2020. Armed man enters, demands the money. Video shows Parker with his hands in the air handing over the cash. Hours after handing over the cash, Parker claims management of the lodge told him, hey, you got to pay all of that back. What's more, after he paid the money back, he was fired.
What?
After he took a pre-approved vacation. So I don't quite he's suing them now, so I guess we'll see what happens. But that is everything involved there is very, very
something's
bizarre.
not right there.
Yeah, so that is today's weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I have a list of how to make a woman happy. I don't know if this is going to be good. Tell her I love you. Well, of course you do that. Number 2, leave cute notes. I like that. I do that once in a while. 3, nice, cute text messages. Oh, yeah. 4, flowers. Oh, that's nice. 5, pamper her. There's details on all these, but I don't have time to get to all the details. 6, make her laugh. I like to do that.
Absolutely.
You agree with this list so far?
So far?
Okay, number 7, thank her for all the things that she does. Thank her. That's good. Number 8, cook for her. Even if you're not a great cook, she'll appreciate the effort. Number 9, compliment her. Women love compliments. And number 10, give her hugs and kisses. That's the 10 things to help make a woman happy.
I agree with that list.
All of the details can be found. There's more details, by the way. I'm doing this right before Valentine's Day to help folks out. You can find that entire list all weekend long at johnandheidishow.com.
Aloha! Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? GMDvacations.com is a family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Kauai, Hawaii. Your family will absolutely love the area, and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can have your own area at a vacation rental from GMDvacations.com? Visit Hawaii with us and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. On Facebook and Instagram, online at GMDvacations.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. I thought this would be perfect to save this for the Super Bowl weekend here. Imagine, this is from Irma Bombeck, by the way. So
okay.
I forgot to tell you who that's from. Imagine another world looking down at 60,000 people who pay $9 million to sit in a stadium that costs $400 million to watch 22 men being paid $10 million a year.
Yeah, for sure.
To dispute the possession of a ball that costs $20. That's funny. Yeah, if you were looking from another world at that, you'd be like, I'm not sure what the deal is.
I don't know what's going on down there.
They could all buy one of those balls and just go home. It's not about the ball, okay? But that is your quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
Time now for some good news brought to you by GMDvacations.com. This is a really cute story here. Alan Baltz, B-A-L-T-Z, and his mullet are making a difference. Alan is 11. He was in foster care in Jonesboro, Arkansas, before being adopted in 2015. He has the biggest heart, according to his mom. At the start of the pandemic, his friends had fun trying to out-crazy each other with their hairstyles. With Alan embracing the mullet, a friend told them about the USA Mullet Championship. When Alan learned of the $2,500 prize he could win, he decided to give it his all. And he did. And he won. And he gave the money to kids in foster care.
Oh.
Alan won the kids' division in a landslide, and he split the prize between two Arkansas nonprofits. One is called Together We Foster, and the other is Project Zero. He told a reporter he remembers what it was like to be in foster care, and he said he's just really hoping they get a family. Isn't that amazing?
I love that.
I do too. I think that is really, really cool. Thank you for submitting that. If you come across a story like that, I think there's like a challenge now to see if they can get John to cry. That's the new thing. And by
it doesn't take much.
It doesn't take much. I got choked up. I pre-read this one. I worked really hard to not cry. So, but it is just a great story. I love that. These are my favorite kind. If you see something like that, and if you find a story like that, you can submit those right at the bottom of the page at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend. We appreciate you listening. Thank you so much for joining us on the John and Heidi Show.